Hey man, happy Friday. So we're on to day 11 of Matters of the Days. The challenge you set me yesterday is a bit difficult. Most of my books are science fiction, and because science fiction books tend to be titled in a certain way that's relevant to the plot, obviously, some of them, like this, Fear to Tread, fine, that kind of works and could probably work on a stack. Maybe something called The Lost could, even though that in itself is a combination of other stories, all of which have titles that don't lend themselves well to some kind of poem. No Fear, again, something that could work. The problem being every other title I have is something that's relevant to the plot in the way that it has the title of a thing involved in the story in itself, a place or a person or a faction or something, and it's really difficult to stack them in such a way. The same goes for my other sort of books. I have a lot of Halo books, surprisingly, and every single one of those is called Halo something, The Ghosts of Onyx, or something like that. And so, of course, again, you can't really pile that very well to make some sort of poem or a story or a short story. Again, nothing really works for titles because you have things like Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13, 2, 15. It doesn't really work. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 3, a bunch of other games that I own, Disgaea 5, Disgaea 4, they don't work on a stacking level, which is really annoying because it's a challenge that I can't really complete because of that reason, but it feels like a really flaky reason not to do it. This is probably the first time I've had to sit down and make a video about a set topic I know something about and that I have to make a video about, but I can't because I lack the resources to be able to even make it semi-functional. But still, that fact doesn't worry me that I couldn't actually do this for you. However, I guess you could count me being lost, or the lost in this term, lost for what to do, so I am the lost. However, no fear about failing. That's as good as you're going to get, I'm afraid. Have a great day. Oh, it's Easter tomorrow. Happy Easter if you celebrate that sort of thing, which I know you do, but I don't. But I'm off work. So I'm going to celebrate that. And just a quick explanation of the video that I threw up 2 days ago, which was basically me throwing up on screen a bunch of video game title screens. So my brother and I used to play a game called Roller Coaster Tycoon, in which you built your own theme parks, and he recently asked me if I had a copy saved on backup he could play. As I bought it from GOG.com, you can reinstall it and load the thing, and then realized that I'd previously bought Populous in the beginning, which is another game that I really loved and played growing up. So it got me thinking about other stuff that I played growing up, and before you know it, I was on a nostalgia trip. It just ended up being a collection of title screens of all games that I'd played, and that led me to come up with an idea for a project. What I plan to do over the next few months is look at every game I think I've ever played for every console I can think of, and then do what I did on that video, but on a much larger scale. But each video is only displayed for 1 second, so I need to make the title screen as interesting as possible. It's keeping me busy, keeping me focused, keeping me entertained, and that's what matters.